This episode is brought to you by Ariston Specialties in Bloomfield, Connecticut, makers of amazing olive oils and other Greek delights. Check them out online at aristonspecialties.com. That's Ariston, Ariston, specialties.com. It's brunch time here at the new Food Schmooze Party. You and your friends could find us at our new podcast address, faithmiddleton.com. Oh, do we have some great and simple brunch ideas for you? I'm an enchilada girl myself. We'll get to that. Bon Bon, our show mascot, is curled up in his dog bed, and he's a fan of lamb kebabs at a restaurant in Guilford called Kamana. And then we run, across the Guilford Green to try to get some of that weight off. The all-stars are with me. Chris Rossberry, chef and co-owner of Metro Beast Restaurant in Simsbury, Connecticut. Joanne Church in New London. And just down the road in Quaker Hill, our editor and contributor, Carl Franklin. And our food and wine specialist, Mark Raymond in Old Weathersfield. Hey, gang.
Hey.
Okay. Listen, whether you gather around the TV or table, I love brunch, and I bet you do too.
Yes.
100%.
Love brunch.
I know. There's something great about having a really cool meal in the middle of the day. Isn't that? That's the thing.
Yes.
I was researching this online, and they said brunch officially can start at 11 a.m. and go until 4 p.m. These were the hours that we were allowed.
Can you have mimosas at 11 a.m.?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. Bloody Marys.
Yes.
Bloody Mary,
Is that
Victor
not the
Prosecco.
best
part of brunch?
Right, yeah. It shifts up an hour.
That's
There are
it.
lots of good mocktails too. I keep seeing more and more
sure.
of these because
right.
it's
Yeah.
we're recording in
hot
January and it's a sobriety time of month. Okay, so let's start with Chris. How about you? What do you make for your
it
brunch?
is my meal because I am never up early enough for breakfast. So brunch is it. It's the combination of breakfast and lunch with cocktails. So how?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Nice.
So I want to start with what to drink. And it's kind of my drink for brunch is definitely something you could eat. Okay. What I always do when I have people over for Sunday brunch or even a Saturday or during the week, whatever, when we're on vacation, I always set up a Bloody Mary bar. And so the
Nice.
Bloody Mary is straight, right? You can buy a mix. I'm totally okay with that. Sometimes you can doctor the mix, if it's not spicy enough, or you can
Sure.
make one. I like it with a lot of chunky, like horseradish in there and really potent. Then I have that in a pitcher, right? All ready to go. You can do it the night before, put it in the refrigerator, chill it, get it all set. And then all the stuff I do here can be done the night before too, which makes it even better. I do celery sticks. And what I do is I present these in really nice glasses, like tall glasses, and even some in little vases because it looks cool. So I do celery sticks. I do carrot sticks. I do bacon, and the bacon you have to do extra crispy, right? So they stand up, because what we're doing here is everyone that comes in, I'll direct them right over to the bar, the Bloody Mary bar, and they start with the pitcher, they pour it in, and then I always put a little extra vodka in the side and a little pitcher too, just in case they want to top it off and make it a little stronger, because I make my Bloody Marys a little on the weaker side because it's early in the morning.
Right.
But if you want a little more, it's there. But then you can do the big stuffed olives, like the blue cheese ones, pimento stuffed ones. I love these little jalapeno ones I get at the grocery store. So I have a little dish with olives, and then I do lemon and lime. And then I just present this on a nice table, and it's just a way to get it started, right? Everyone makes their own, and then you really see what people like. And like I said, and you really could do so many more things too. Little pepperoncinis, those little pickled peppers. Say that,
Dude,
three
I've
times
seen
fast.
people put shrimp skewers.
Sure, shrimp.
Yes.
Fried
yes.
shrimp and like
Tails,
food.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In their Bloody
Dill
Marys.
pickles.
A
Come on.
lobster tail hanging out of a Bloody
Yes.
Mary. Come on.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
See,
Come
you're all
on.
with me. Little bits of crab floating on top. And then I always, and this is important too, when you do all this other
Becomes
stuff,
an antipasto.
it's important to do those long, like I call them iced tea spoons. Have a little stack of those too.
Right.
Because people will want to, like, when things float and sink to the bottom, they'll want to be able to dish out if you put like little shrimp in there,
yeah.
or little lumps of crab. And again, it's an appetizer and a cocktail all in one, and it gets the brunch started.
You know, I just love the line.
Great idea.
I love the line when you say to people walk with me to the Bloody Mary bar. I mean, it's just like,
And then I can leave them there, and then I don't have to attend to them. They're going, and I go meet the next group coming in.
They've got something to do.
Yep.
oh my
cool.
God, it's like a Betty Davis line. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so let's just go across. Joanne, what about you here on
Listen,
our brand new
I love the
podcast?
idea of using a vase for the celery and carrot sticks because I have some beautiful glass vases, and I'm going to do it. And I always have celery and carrots in the
Yep.
fridge, so thank you for
So,
that.
so tell me, how do you get the junk out at the bottom of the vase? You know,
Oh,
when
no,
you
it's
have,
a wide mouth. Most of mine are small,
okay.
wide
Yeah,
mouth.
and these are for like
Okay.
the celery sticks and small vases, right? Not big honking,
Yeah.
12-inch vases.
Yeah.
Little guys that you would use for bud vases, and they have to have a nice wide mouth so you can stick things in there and pull them out. So you have to a vase that almost looks like a big cocktail glass.
Right.
Okay.
But in answer
All right,
to your question, the long wooden spoon and paper towel at the bottom.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, see,
All right.
we
For
all kinds
my
of
brunch-
tips.
Yeah, my brunch is bagels, lox, and cream cheese. Come on,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
That's like, and if it's a real celebration, I'll have them delivered from Barney Greengrass, and the bagels and the salmon and the cream cheese. That's the best cream cheese.
Where is
Um,
Barney's?
New York City, baby.
Okay.
Ooh.
I figured
That's
because
big
it ain't
world.
around here.
No, yeah, and never
Best
always
bagels.
bagels from New York. But
Yeah.
even bagels from New York out of the freezer
Are better
are the best.
than anything.
They're
Yeah.
the best.
Really?
You have to do that. Yeah.
Just the
But
water.
you know,
Um,
remember
So
when
water.
H&H
Definitely the
Bagels
water.
came out with their bagels, a place called in this city, H&H. They are
Yes.
so soft and so fat that it's not like the real old-time bagels, which are
Correct.
thinner and tougher and more fabulous with what you
Oh,
were describing. Does anybody get that feeling?
Oh yeah, we had
Yeah.
we had a small bagel shop where I grew up in Forest Hills. That was literally, that's all they sold was bagels. They had lox and cream cheese, and that's it. And their bagels were the old style one. They were small, a little bit smaller, not so puffy and chew. Right, a bagel's got to have a good chew to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For it to really be a bagel.
Yum. And to heat them up.
Oh,
So bagels, lox, cream cheese, red onion sliced
Yep.
thin, cucumber sliced thin,
oh,
fresh
Uh.
dill, capers.
Capers. Yeah.
nice.
Caper, the only time you use.
Joanne, does your cream cheese have chives in it, or do you just do
No.
plain?
Pure.
Cream cheese with
Pure.
chives.
And there's butter on the table too, because I'll heat the bagel, then butter,
Oh,
then cream cheese.
Heaven.
It really
That's
should
very
have
good.
bacon, but it doesn't.
Wow.
And
Okay.
fresh orange juice. I mean, I'm all
Oh.
down with the Bloody Marys, but fresh orange juice, I think, is such a treat. So that's what I'm serving
Sparkling
this
wine
Sunday
is
if
also
you're
good.
interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go
All
to
right, well,
Mark
I'll be there.
Raymond. Mark Raymond, I can imagine you do a pretty dazzling brunch. You're just
There's
that
so
kind
much.
of guy.
There's usually so much there, but before I forget this one idea, I was like, okay, Joanne said cream cheese, and you said cream cheese and chives, and I grew up always having that as an appetizer around the holidays.
Yeah.
Was celery with cream cheese and chives in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And then I'm thinking, okay, you take the celery and you put like a quarter of cream cheese and chives in the top of the celery, and you use that into your Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
So you've got another
Ooh, that's
appetizer
good.
there. where you
Touchdown.
kind of cross it over. I was
That
like,
is
oh
really-
man, I'm going to do that next week.
That is
yeah.
Wow.
really good.
Great idea.
Anyway, so my brunch, my latest brunch go-to idea is actually it's a French toast cup. So
Oh.
you take your muffin tin and you grease it with butter, a good butter that's softened. You just, caress the cup so nothing sticks into the cups. And then you take a bunch of leftover bread that you may have from the week and chop it into small cubes, put it into a bowl, make your egg batter that you would typically make for your, for your French toast. pour it all over it, add a little bit of additional cinnamon and sugar, mush it together,
Jeez.
and then separate it into cups. And then I take some softened butter and some more sugar and some more cinnamon, and I kind of grind that all up so you have the sprinkle topping for that. You bake that in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350, and you get these gorgeous, crispy French toast muffins that are just awesome. And then you pour syrup over them.
Yes.
Good fresh maple syrup. Local maple syrup.
Move over, souffle.
That sounds
There's
amazing.
a new queen.
It's so good. The kids absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, let's take a break. So we'll take a quick break. I'll give a biscuit to Bon Bon, my dog, who's sitting in his bed right here. And we'll be right back, so stay with us. I'm Faith Middleton. I'm with the gang, Chris Prosperi, Carl Franklin, who's also our editor, Mark Raymond, Joanne Church is here. We're all, Bon Bon's here. We're all doing our brunch recipes that we like to make. And they're all, you can tell that they're basically kind of easy. And they might sound complicated too, but honestly, they are not. So let's see. The most easy thing you could do is just go buy enchiladas or go buy burritos and put, slice them and put them out for people, and with some easy sparkling wine. We're going to get to Mark about that. And, what's good to serve with the kinds of brunch things that we're talking about. That's universal. Mine is enchiladas, and they go back to the Aztec times, enchiladas do. Which I didn't know in Mexico. And then, so it's so simple. You can take a corn tortilla or a flour tortilla, and you buy them in a pack at the grocery store. And then you start you put down a little bit of sauce, and then you've cubed some cooked chicken. If you're really, really out of time or lazy, you can just buy a barbecued chicken and start pulling the meat off and put that in your tortillas. And then the thing that I never take time to do, but I really must do this sometime, that red sauce that's inside of one of these enchiladas and on top with the cheese. You're putting cheese. Some people put beans in their enchiladas, and then they roll them up and they put them right next to each other in a row in the pan, and they bake them at 350 degrees for, until everything gets kind of melty. And then you take them out with a spatula, and people just go at it. And on the table, just like Joanne was talking about, you can do these cups of all kinds of things to sprinkle on, whether you want olives or extra onions or whatever it might be.
Nice.
Okay, so there you go with the enchiladas. But I never make the sauce from scratch. And my research for this show was to find out, how do you do that? And so I'm not going to go into explaining it to you right now, but I became convinced that if I'm in a hurry, I can buy my red sauce real hot. But if I'm not in a hurry, and by the way, guacamole should be on the table.
Absolutely.
If I'm not in a hurry, then I'm going to make this sauce. It's not that hard.
No.
And every person who writes about it says it really makes quite a difference if you're having people over. Okay.
Yeah.
Did everybody go?
Not me.
Yep.
Oh,
Carl's
Carl
okay.
Franklin. My goodness, our editor and all-around great guy.
Yes.
Carl, what do you do for brunch most of the time?
I have two items. One is really easy. It'll take 5 seconds and you'll get it. And the other one is something you may or may not have thought of, but somebody came over for brunch. I had a brunch at my house a couple of years ago, and this guy brought this idea, and everybody did it. So the easy one, lobster grilled cheese sandwiches.
No, wait.
Taking it up a notch. Here we go.
Pullman bread, nice thick white bread. And of course, I don't do this anymore because I can't eat that bread. But anyway, this is what we did. And a slice on each side, buttered down on the grill, a slice of Monterey Jack cheese on each side, pretty thick sliced. Because Monterey Jack is mild, and the whole trope about fish and seafood. That
mild
rule's
cheese
to be
works.
broken. A mild cheese is okay, but lobster mac and cheese, for example, everybody loves that, right?
Smoked salmon and bagels.
Exactly.
With cream cheese.
Exactly.
Right.
What you don't want is blue cheese and trout.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want.
Oh,
Yeah.
proud
Yeah,
ever.
exactly. Now you understand. All right, so then I buy lobster pieces already picked from the shell, and my wife used to work at a restaurant, so she could get big bags of them, vacuum sealed. So you just sprinkle some of that in, cover the pan with a lid, get it nice and crispy, fold them up and cut them into quarters diagonally, and then serve them on a tray, and you're done.
So when are you doing
Knack
that
from
for
heaven.
us?
Whenever you come over.
This
Can
weekend.
we-
This weekend.
Can we set a date?
Yes, we
that is
should.
really-
So
that is something.
So that's the easy one. So the not so easy one, or the fun one, and this is great because everybody who's at brunch can make their own. It's a baked egg.
A baked egg. I
Cool.
like it.
A baked egg, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get ramekins, little ramekin, and everybody, butters it and puts in their egg, right? Little salt, little pepper. And then you put whatever you want in there, like cheese, ham, bacon, sausage, crumbles, little chunks of stuff, and peppers, whatever.
Mhm.
And you just put it in there. Or maybe you could put it in the bottom, put the egg on top. Either way. And, it's a little cheese on top, put it in the oven, 350, boom. Done. And it comes out, and of course the egg is a little bit cooked, but it's still got the runny consistency to it.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
it's set up.
So cool.
It's like an omelet in a cup.
Yeah,
And everybody
and
can make
one
their
egg,
own.
how long does it take, right? A couple minutes in the oven.
Yeah.
Couple minutes, you're in and out.
You're right
So
about that.
good.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like
So
10 minutes,
good.
Chris?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes tops. If you like it runny, if you like it cooked all the way, I'd say 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
But if you like
Okay,
that
yeah.
yolk to have a little runniness to it, yeah, that's the way I like it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just so the white is set and the yolk is warm.
Absolutely. It
Oh,
turns
yeah.
into a sauce
Dip
when you
your
break
toast in it. Oh,
Mhm.
Do you have a Bloody Mary bar?
it. Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
I
I never
love
did that.
Yeah, you got to try it, dude.
I will.
They're so good.
Certainly.
We're all trying it.
Do you remember I used to go to Provincetown? This was years ago, and there was this restaurant where all the waiters, I think probably all gay men, they all had on these officers' uniforms,
Wow.
and they would make like a clamato Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they would throw in all these fresh clams
Yeah.
and
Yes.
all the other ingredients that
Oh.
you have in a Bloody Mary and whip it up in the blender. You could see them and hear them doing this and then
Wow.
pour it into this big, big, tall glass. And boom, it went down in front of you. And you're looking out at the water. They were all in these white dress uniforms. And I would think,
Wow.
this is heaven.
Yeah.
This is like amazing.
Yes.
The best seafood meal I ever had was at the Lobster Pot, Provincetown, with my kids. I brought them up there.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing
Yeah.
Good
food.
spot.
Oh, my
my
God.
God, that's been there forever.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, this was really fun. This was really,
Yes.
and again, I keep repeating myself, but it makes me hungry. Does anybody have one more to share before we go, or should I let us go?
I got another idea, though.
Okay,
Sure.
go.
Right.
We're talking about the Bloody Mary bar. What about a Prosecco bar?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
Right?
tell.
I mean, you
What?
think
Say
about
more.
all the different mimosas you can make. We'll call it a mimosa bar, not a
There you
not
go.
a Prosecco bar.
Sure.
Right? So all the different juices you have
Fruit
out there.
juices,
now, you've got
grapefruit.
blood orange juice.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got pomegranate juice. The typical orange, of course, and then all the different flavors you get in cranberry now.
Yeah.
You get cran pomegranate, you get
Yeah.
cran grape. So you put a couple of crafts out there with the different juices, and you label them and let everybody make
Bitters?
their own.
Like cherry
Yeah.
bitters?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Mark!
That's a
I'm
great idea, Mark.
speechless. You've made me speechless. I've never heard this
Fun
before.
little-
I know
fun
this.
little
This
Prosecco
really.
bar.
Wow.
you know.
Yeah, a little Campari, right? Right?
Yeah, a little Aperol spritz there for those who really
While
want
we're
to get
at
after
it, how about a bourbon bar?
For
I
brunch?
know. I know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Come on.
Anytime is bourbon time.
We'll take the old-fashioned
I've
bar
heard that
for
before.
Carl.
Wait till
Or
we
what's
get
the
to
one? What's the one where you put tequila instead of vodka? Is that a Bloody Bull? Right? Same.
Bloody
same thing.
Maria.
Bloody Maria, where
Maria.
you
Yeah.
same thing, same everything. So that you could do that too. Have a thing of vodka and a thing of tequila.
Tequila, yeah.
See now,
Yeah.
Mark, I was going to ask you to pick out something for us to drink with our various brunch recipes, but you've just blown that right out
That's
of the
right.
park
Oh, yeah.
with the
Prosecco.
idea
Yes.
of yours.
They give you a laundry list of things to drink.
Oh my goodness, that
And
is
you know,
so
at
great.
the end, you could pass out Uber gift cards. So
Yes.
I like
together.
that.
Yeah, that
That's
is a good
safely.
idea. That is a good idea. Okay, my friends, we'll be right back with you next week, as always. And I say bye for Chris Prosperi, Joanne Church, Mark Raymond, and Carl Franklin. I'm Faith Middleton. We're at faithmiddleton.com. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.